So today what I'm going to be doing in this craft is, if you saw the first video that I had posted the other day and it showed you my craft haul, then you would have seen the craft haul with these pieces and many others. I'm going to show you now. This came in gold, and I've said it many times, most of you know I don't care for gold, but unfortunately this set is the only color they came in was gold. So I got it because I knew I can paint it. And yesterday I uploaded a video showing you me painting it and what it ended up looking like. And I'm going to show you a picture of all the pieces that it comes with. And now I'm going to show you the measurements. Okay. This is drying. So here's one of them that I painted, and then I just put some glitter in the center. It comes with some different crosses, and here's how I painted it, and I add some glitter and some acrylic gemstones. Here's another cross that I painted it black with nail polish. That's it. And then some glitter nail polish I went over both. And then I glued with E6000 clear jewelry glue and a toothpick some acrylic gemstones. So those are the different looks, and I've also painted these. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. It's in my jewelry tutorial playlist. You can see all the different shapes and sizes. Again, here are the pictures. And I also show you these. So I'm going to set this over there to get it out of my way. And today we are working with this. So I had just showed you that other cabochon because that's coming later. We'll do some of those. But for today, we're going to do this. Now, these are very flexible. So if you see they're slightly out of shape, all you have to do is bend them. Now, you can use this even in any kind of crafting, scrapbooking, or on a jar, on a book, anywhere. And there's so many nice sizes. Anyway, so I saw this one, and there are holes here, I don't even know, so you can put jump rings through there. And what I'm going to do is, now you can make it look like a crescent moon. So if you wanted earrings with a crescent moon and some things hanging out like little star beads or something, you can do that. I don't have star beads. Maybe I need a trip to Hobby Lobby because it's a great idea. But today I'm going to make these kind of earrings. I'm using this shape on top. Then I'm going to attach it with two jump rings like that. And then I'm going to hang some things on the bottom. I haven't decided yet. But right now I have to paint them. So you can use nail polish like I showed you with the cross. The black cross was just nail polish and glitter nail polish. And this one I used this paint. I use it in many crafts. Some of you have seen my other videos with it. It's shimmering silver. Okay, elegant finish by Deco Art. This, I only bought it last year. It was $7.99, and I've done so many projects around the house and jewelry, and there's still some in there, very little, like this much, but it's enough. And I do have to pick up more my next run to Hobby Lobby. So what I'm thinking is, I love the way this came out. Now they do have shinier silvers, and you can get one that's like a mirror finish. I've used it for picture frames, but that's in a spray paint. So I believe I got the spray painted not Hobby Lobby, Home Depot. I don't really remember the brand or anything, but I might pick up a can of that and spray some of them with the shiny. And you could always go over, say you painted it like this, but then you pick up the mirror silver and you really like that better. It's okay. You could pick off any gemstones or something you put on there and spray paint it. Make sure you get both sides, make sure it's covered, and then go ahead and do the same thing and add your own, this is just some Sinful Colors nail polish silver, but you can use any kind. Okay, but that's how it came out, nice and glittery. And I don't know if you're picking it up. It's not too much, but it's just enough to give it a little sparkle. I'm already giving this to somebody, this one. And this one I'm keeping for myself. Now, it comes with the crosses. So if you make them to sell, or if you make them to give as gifts and you don't particularly wear these, that's okay. Easter's coming up, and if you're making them to sell, you can do a lot of different things with them. They're pretty cool. You can make a gothic one, you can make rosaries, you can make a necklace. So that's just some ideas, and I painted these cone filigree bead caps. They had gold, and I wanted some in black. They didn't have it. And it also came in a color combination. There's copper in here, there's brass, there's gold, there's a shiny silver and a dull silver. And even though I had some silver, I wanted to see how the bead cap would look with my painted one. So I really like the black, and I did that. I painted it, and then I had to stick my little nail polish thing inside, and I waited for it to dry, and I gave it another coat. I stuck it on actually a toothpick to dry, and I let it go like that in a box so that it dried evenly. Okay, so I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to begin painting. I'm not going to show you the whole process of me painting. I'm going to paint it, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to go on to other things. And I'm just choosing my paintbrush. So I'm going to turn it around. I just wanted you to see that when working with these, be sure that you pay attention to the top and the bottom. See how the bottom's going to look? Then the top. Be mindful of that when you're creating your jewelry, not necessarily painting because you have to paint both sides. But when you're hooking them up, you might have this right side and this backwards. Then you're going to have to take it apart and do it all over again. And if you don't notice it and you're making it to sell or give as a gift, you've made a bad mistake and it's going to look weird. And if you didn't notice it, so take your time and pay attention and be mindful of that. Okay. So most of you know what I do with my trusty toothpick. When I paint, I hold the toothpick like so, all right? And then I go like this. This just keeps it from moving about and getting it out of your way so you can get the area. Plus you won't get it all over your fingers. I do still have some paint and nail polish on my fingers from yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and finish painting this, and then I'll come back and show you, once these are dry, me making them into some nice unique earrings. So now what I did was I painted both the front and the back, and I also, to add a little sparkle to the silver, because this metallic paint can be just a little flat, to add a little sparkle, I added some of this Sinful Colors glitter nail polish. It's called Queen of Beauty 923. That's on the bottom. So if you ever want to get some of this, it's really good. And you shake the bottle up really good, and then just put some on. Now, see the glittering? So it's just a little bit of that going on. Now, I want to hook them up with the round part up top. Okay? And another thing you're going to have to do is when you paint, it sometimes may cover some of the holes. So just poke your toothpick into the holes and just kind of twist it, and that should get rid of it. And if any paint comes off, just lightly touch it up. And I had this sitting here in front of the fan, and it dried really super fast. So, and if while you're working with these, please make sure they're 100% dry before you go mess with them. Too many people are impatient. You have to be patient when doing these crafts, and just wait. I know so many people can't wait to see the end result, and I used to be like that when I first started doing jewelry. I couldn't wait, but that's how you forget some steps and all that, and leave things out, forget things. So okay, so I am going to need some jump rings. Now I have some 6mm and 4mm jump rings. I don't know if I'm going to use the 4mm because they're pretty small. I might end up using just the 6mm. So now I'm looking at these, and please, like I said, make sure that you got the front facing. Make sure you poked all the holes out. If you see some that still have paint covering the holes, take your trusty toothpick and give it a little twist. And then wipe the back for excess. Okay? It's really simple, but you should do that. And then just wipe that. See, there's a little excess. And there is a portion of the paint that I have to touch up back here. Okay, so before I hook them up, I want to see what I was going to do. So it wasn't going to be the gemstones. Now, this package is almost done, but I got this at Walmart. I think it's like between $2, $3, maybe even $4. It's called Bling Stickers with different stars. I've used this before in a home decor kit. And they have these little stars. So I chose these stars, and what I'm going to do, now it has an adhesive, but it's best to use some glue. And I'm going to put that in the center. Now you can use a glue gun, but I think your best bet is to use some E6000 jewelry glue, and it dries clear. Now you want to do this later when everything's dry, after you hook it up. I wouldn't suggest you do this now because you're going to be handling it a lot. So if you're going to affix any acrylic gemstones or things like this, then you're going to want to wait. And I'm going to put the star right in the center. And I think that's good enough. So I'm going to put these off to the side for now. What I'm going to do now, while the other one, the other crescent is drying, I'm going to make sure that the hole right here wasn't clogged. So this one was. So I'm going to just poke right through the hole while the other one's drying, and before I have fixed my little stars. And since I'm not using these right now, I'm going to put them out of the way. So I'm going to get some 6mm jump rings. If you're not sure what they look like, these are thin. They're not wide, because sometimes wide ones are a little too thick. I apologize for the noise. It's probably a garbage truck. My window's open, and these are 4mm. Yep. They give you 230 jump rings, 4mm round, and these are 6mm, and you get 200 in them. And I get these at Hobby Lobby. But these can be kind of small, but you don't know, so I might go either way. But I have them in here. The other crescent is drying. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to make sure all the holes, and you're going to want to put them the same exact way so they match, because it is a pair. So once you made sure all the holes were poked through, you've got to decide, do you want a 4mm jump ring? You can see the difference, or the 6mm. So I think I'm going to go with the 6mm. It's your choice. I think it'll hang better with the 6mm, but if you want a closer fit between the two, then go ahead and use 4mm if you can. So I'm going to put that through this hole, and then I'm going to find the top part and put this through. And then you want to make sure your jump ring is closed. It's really easy to do. Nothing here is difficult. It just takes time and patience because you are painting these. Now, if you like them gold, then obviously you can just leave them gold. So this is what it looks like. And it's going to hang like that. But we're not done, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach something to the center, one of these stars. It has an adhesive, but it doesn't stick enough. So to be on the safe side, get yourself a little bit of E6000 glue. We want this to sit. This is the tricky part. Okay, once we got it in the position, push down and hold and hold, and then we'll make sure it's in the correct position. Once it's in the correct position, if you have any glue that's seeped out, just do this. It comes off better once it's dry. when everything is done and you touched up any paint that you might have scraped and everything's dry, you can go ahead and clean it with a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol. Not drenched, but just some light, just to clean the rest of the residue, the glue off, and to give it a shine. So like I said, later I'll go back and clean that. So here we go. This is what it's looking like. And like I said, you could always use a gemstone if you wanted to add a little color, either the center or anywhere, but I wanted silver on silver, okay? So then what I'm going to do is now the bottom, I want to hang some of these, and they're considered charms, silver teardrop charms. There's a name for that. And I'm going to hang some of these. Now for these, you're definitely going to need your 4mm jump ring. So I'm just going to do one and then the rest off camera to save time. 4mm jump ring, which is as small as that little silver charm. And I'm going to open it. And then I'm going to take, and there's a front and a back. The back of these are flat and the front sticks out, so you want to make sure you're facing it the right way. And now I'm going to stick some on the bottom. And hopefully the 4mm jump ring does the trick. Yeah, so, and again, you might scratch this with your tools, but don't worry. You could always touch it up after. All right, make sure those jump rings are closed all the way, because you don't want to lose them. So I'm going to do the rest off camera like I said, but look, they're going to hang on the bottom. Now I painted this silver. This is what I had. If you want to keep them gold, you can. They also have gold stars at Walmart. They also have gold jump rings, and they also have these gold, also the teardrop charms. So you can get the gold stuff to match. But I like silver. I painted this silver, and I'm going to attach the rest of those little charms. And hopefully by then, the other earring will be dry, so I can put that together too. So here are the earrings finally finished. Forgive the dogs. It's my neighbor's dogs. There's a lot of dogs in the neighborhood. So here they are. They're finally done. I put them on a red background so you can see. Those are the charms. And I added a little sparkle. I'm trying to give you daylight, but it's cloudy. So here it is. Here are the earrings all finished. I'm trying to get them under the light. It's kind of dark and cloudy. I touched up the paint a little bit, and I can add some sparkle. They're not white, they're silver. You can see it in different lighting. And those are the charms. I used 8 of them. And I use this. Now if you wanted color, like I said, you could put a plastic, one of those acrylic gemstones. I'm going to put some lighting above it. Maybe it doesn't even need that lighting. There's a lot of nature out there with the windows open. And if I want a little more sparkle, I'll just add more of that glitter nail polish to it. And that's the light out. So there it is. I'm looking forward to wearing them. I like that it didn't have any other color on it. I could have put the blue, but I just wanted it to kind of all blend in, and the star blends in with the charms. Again, I used 4mm for the silver charms and 6mm to hook it to the round piece. And that's all you really have to do. like this very easy, very affordable craft. It was pretty fast. I think the longest is trying to do all these, but see, I use my magnifying light because they're very small. Those are 4 millimeters, and the jump rings can be quite small, and you want to make sure that you've closed them completely. When you're done, make sure these are all facing front. Always take your time when doing a craft, because if you're making them to sell or give as a gift, and even if you're going to wear it yourself, you want to make sure everything is facing forward. I apologize for the noise. My window's open. You want to make sure everything is facing forward, and you want to make sure everything matches and that they're all there and it's finished. So I might go back and add some of my glitter nail polish once this is all dried up and everything. The stars are, the glue that I glued with the E6000 glue is dried up, and the touch up I did, I might give a little sparkle more to that, and that's it. And then I can't wait to wear them. And the best part of these, if I wanted to keep it gold like it came, I can do that. So if I was going to make them to sell or give as a gift and they wanted it gold, then they can have the gold, and you have that option. But I can also spray paint these with a mirror shine to give it a higher silver. It would look like the star. And I can also paint these any color. I can paint them black using nail polish, which is my favorite to use because it dries super fast. I could add a little glitter to that as well, and then I can make them purple, blue, green, red, any color I want. So I just wanted to show you these really quick, and I hope you like this tutorial. Please stick by because I have plenty more tutorials coming up. Thanks for watching. See you in my videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, like, share, and comment, even if it's to say hello. Thanks for watching. Bye.